guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm back this week with another video for you guys. If you're new, welcome to my channel. I'm Paola and welcome to the Paolian family. Thank you so much for being here and for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave and like this video if you like it. But today, as you can tell, my eyes are done and my brows are done. We're gonna be playing with makeup brushes. Now, today we're gonna be doing a little battle of the makeup brushes. I have these two bad boys right here. I did a video very similar to this one, like I think 2 months ago, maybe a month and a half ago, on beauty sponges. But today I really wanted to try out these two very popular makeup brushes and just tell you guys which one you should get, if the Sigma one is better than the Morphe one, if the Morphe one is better than the Sigma one. Just pretty much, these are two of the most popular brushes out there. And before I get too far off ahead of myself, I'm gonna tell you what these two bad boys are. This first is the Sigma Flat Kabuki F80, and this is the Morphe M439. Now, these two brushes, if you haven't heard of them already, you're probably living under a rock. These two are like the most famous brushes out there for foundation, or the ones that I've heard about the most. This is a Flat Kabuki. This is also a Kabuki brush, but this one is a little more domed. And I'm just gonna read to you guys some descriptions of these brushes so that I can compare them. So I'll be doing the right side of my face with my Sigma brush and the left side of my face with my Morphe brush. Now, the Morphe brush is $14 and this is the M439 Deluxe Buffer. It says that this full domed brush has the density to apply foundation evenly and flawlessly. One of our most popular brushes for buffing foundation to an airbrushed finish. So pretty much, this side of my face is supposed to end up looking flawless and airbrushed and perfect according to the claims on the Morphe website. And the Sigma brush is the Sigma F80 Flat Kabuki brush. It says that the F80 Flat Kabuki features a flat top brush head with very soft and dense fibers made with exclusive Sigma fibers. This brush provides a flawless high definition finish with liquid or cream foundation without any absorption of product. Now, that last claim is a big one. First of all, I've already tried both of these brushes. This is not a first impression, it is a review on them. Now, the Sigma F80 is $25 and this is $14, so there is an $11 price difference. I'm gonna let you guys know at the end of the video with my final thoughts whether you should get the F80 or the M439. But without further ado, we're gonna get to applying our foundation. And yes, I have already used both of these brushes. I know they work fairly well, but I've never really compared them side by side. So that is what I'm gonna be doing today for you guys, to just let you guys know and inform you guys if you should get the cheaper alternative to the world famous other 2016 Best of Beauty Sigma F80 right here. So now let's get to applying some foundation. So today we're gonna be using the L'Oreal True Match Lumi foundation in the shade W5. First of all, if you see like this little patches on my face, that is because I was trying this new technique with the Benefit Professional, like pressing it in and then setting it before doing my foundation. But that should be covered by this foundation. So I'm gonna start off by doing the right side of my face with the Sigma F80. Now, on the Sigma website, it says that you should apply the foundation to your face and then buff it with the brush. So that's what I'm gonna do. And the reason I'm using this foundation is because whenever I use this foundation, I usually apply it with a brush. I barely ever use a sponge for this foundation, and you know, I usually do use the Sigma F80, to be honest with you guys. That is the brush that I usually use with this foundation, but I barely ever use it with the M439, which is why I wanted to do a side-by-side comparison to just show you guys how these two very similar brushes work. First of all, the Sigma F80 claims to not suck up any of your product, and I've used this for a considerable amount of time. I've had this brush for a couple of months now. Well, like 6 months now. And I find that this brush actually does suck up a lot of your product. Not as much as a beauty blender would, but it doesn't really make your product last longer, which is one of the claims it has. Now, I adore this brush. As you can tell, that was like 2 minutes and this side looks flawless. This foundation is not a full coverage, but whenever I use it with this brush, it is like a medium, almost full coverage on my skin type, which I really, really like. Okay, so as you guys can tell, this is my F80 side. It looks pretty flawless in my opinion. The coverage of the foundation is really good with this brush, and I overall just really like this brush. It was really quick, really easy. There are no brush marks or any patchiness on my skin, which I really enjoy. So now I'm gonna do the same thing on the left side of my face using the same foundation, but now we are gonna be using the Morphe M439. Oh no, I put foundation on my brow. So now I'm gonna be going in with Morphe M439, and I'm gonna do the exact same thing I did with the F80, just buffing it in. I press it in, and I don't really roll it too much, I just press it along my skin. I don't know if you guys can tell, but there are a couple of brush marks right here, which doesn't really bother me that much. I just go over it and it goes away, but I just wanted to take note of that since that does not happen with my F80. Okay guys, so this is my side with the Sigma F80, and this is the side with the Morphe M439. Now, these look pretty identical. It looks pretty much the same. The only difference I saw with these two brushes is that it is way easier to get around the nose area with the M439 because it is domed and it has this little ridges and it bends. And that is really nice, but I could do it really well with the Sigma F80. It just took a little longer around my nose. I do find that I have a tad bit more coverage on this side. However, when I was applying my foundation, as you guys saw, I did have some streaks around here with this brush that I had to go back in and buff out, and that took a little bit of time as well. So overall, this is an amazing brush, and this is also an amazing brush. However, do you need both of them? I don't think so. I feel like if you have one of them, they can both do the job pretty well. Now, based on the texture, I do find that the F80 is a little softer and it applies the foundation a little more smoothly without any streaks, as opposed to the M439, which has a little bit of a rougher texture and can leave a little bit of streaks on your skin. However, as you can tell, they're not there now. After applying the foundation, it blends out really nicely. Overall, these both are really good brushes. However, $25, $14. I believe that if you're on a budget, you should definitely go for the Morphe M439. I find that it is $11 less and it gets the job done. Pretty much it gets the exact same job done as the Sigma F80. Plus it has this little curves which are really nice to get around the nose and under the eye, which we're about to do next. There's absolutely no shedding with this brush whatsoever. There are like no hairs come off. It is really sturdy and nice, but this one is $25. I do recommend that if you have a little bit more money to splurge, you should definitely go for the Sigma F80. This doesn't shed. It is amazing quality. I've had it for almost a year. It looks brand new. The logo hasn't faded either, which is a huge plus. So I recommend that if you have a little bit more money to splurge, definitely go for the Sigma brushes overall. Two amazing brushes. If you have money to splurge, go for the Sigma one. If you're on a budget, go for the Morphe one, because it is still a good brush and they do the same job, but I feel like the Sigma quality is a little bit higher than the Morphe one. Now, I'm gonna be doing my concealer, and I'm using my Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 20. On this side, going with the F80. Now for this part right here, I usually go with my Sigma P88. So I'm going to blend out the face with my M439, and then I'm going to finish up the eye. So again, as you can tell, this one does leave streak marks. As you can see, it took off some of the foundation, and I feel like it also takes away some of the coverage, which is why I definitely prefer the Sigma one for concealer. Now for the very inner corner on both eyes, I'm gonna use my Sigma P88 because that is something I always do since I do want to get really close to the eye. Those larger blending brushes don't get there. Okay, so I'm just gonna give you guys a closer look at what my foundation looks like. This side, Sigma, again, I've said that like a gazillion times, but this side is the Sigma one, this side is the Morphe one. As you can tell, I don't feel like there's a huge difference in between the sides. They look pretty similar to me, which is what I was saying. These two brushes are both amazing brushes. Okay guys, so right now I'm gonna go finish up the rest of my face and I will be right back with you guys. Okay guys, so my whole makeup is done. I did powder, blush, contour, highlight, and I have to say there's like absolutely no difference in my base. However, I do want to go to my final thoughts. Thoughts? That sounded like tater tots. No, my final thoughts. Okay, so as I said previously in the video while I was doing my foundation, these two brushes are definitely approved by me. These both are really nice brushes. I use them constantly. However, I do have to say I prefer the Sigma F80 as opposed to the Morphe M439. However, that is not because this is a bad brush. It is because I really like this shape better. I do like the flat top better. I like that this one's a little softer and it's a little sturdier. If you like this shape, the dome shape, and if you like the bristles to be a little bit more dense and a little bit more, not rough, but it's a different material. It's not the same fibers. It's not a rough brush. It's just not as soft as this one. So if you're not crazy about super soft brushes, definitely go for this one. Also, this one has a big plus, which is that it is $11 cheaper than this one. So if you're on a budget, definitely go for this one. It is also an amazing brush. You won't really regret using this because I've used it for 6 months. It is an amazing brush. Highly approve of it. Just personal preference, I like this one a little better. If you have the money to splurge, I would definitely go for the Sigma F80. It is just a little bit sturdier and I like how it blends the foundation better and I like how it blends the concealer better, and it doesn't leave any streaks as opposed to this one, which left me a couple of streaks which I had to go back and blend out. Overall, these are both approved. These are both amazing. If you want to splurge, go for Sigma. If you're on a budget, go for this one. Or even if you're not on a budget and just want to have an amazing foundation brush, you should definitely give this one a shot because it is actually really good. So that's that. I like them both. They're both really good, but one is more expensive than the other. I just wanted to let you guys know this video is not sponsored. I'm not an affiliate with Sigma or with Morphe. I don't have any discount codes with them. It's just, these are just my opinions and what I think of these brushes. So yeah, that's what I pretty much think of these guys. Are these two exact dupes? I wouldn't call them exact dupes just because the shape is different and the type, like the brush on its own is different. However, I did want to compare these two because these two are like the most popular brushes on the market right now. So, you know, you see this going around everywhere. Go for either one of them because they're both really good. That is it for the battle of the brushes. Both amazing brushes. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up button, help your girl out, subscribe to my channel before you leave, give away a 1,000 subscribers, so I mean, you're entering a giveaway by subscribing. I don't see why that would be an issue, but you know, I do want to get to 100 subscribers before my birthday on October 8th, so please subscribe, please. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye guys. And shade. This one. I dropped something again. Battle of the blushes. What? I always do that same thing. I'm gonna say brushes and I'm like blushes. Like, no, it's brushes. I'll see you in my next video.